guys, when did you guys get here? We're live.
Just like that.
We're on the podcast. How's it going? We're digging through the ditches and something through the witches.
Burning through the witches as we slam
into the back of my Dracula.
My Dracula.
Yeah, dude. Today, we're talking about growing up with the Nintendoland Wii.
Dude.
The Wii.
Holding it together up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the Wii. We're moving on. So we were talking earlier too about what's the cut point for growing up with, right? Like,
when do we stop? When will we grow up?
When will we grow up? The answer is never. I think this generation is like the last, because the previous generation's still technically going, right?
Yeah.
Like when we get to PS4 is still good.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know about the Xbox One so much.
The PS1's still good. Let's be real.
Did I say PS1? No, Xbox One. PS4 and Xbox One. So I mean, the PS4 is still, like, they're still releasing games for that.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I mean, if you're growing up with the Xbox One and the PS4, I don't know.
Today years old.
You'd be watching this show.
You're today years old.
Probably not. You know, while it's not designed for kids, probably shouldn't be watching it. You're probably a baby at this point.
You're probably a baby. In which case, you have impeccable taste early on.
Impeccable taste. I mean, I gotta say, I love the commitment.
But let's swing in to the main topic. We're talking about growing up with a Wii. So let's start. So we were deciding, we're like, are we gonna do the PS3 or the Wii? And it turns out they both came out in like November of the same year. But I distinctly remember playing the Wii first before the PS3. So we were like, yeah, let's maybe do the Wii first, because I think we both probably played the Wii before the PS3, because the PS3 came out like kind of like the PS5, like outrageously priced. So like nobody we knew really had one, right?
Yeah, I didn't get the PS3 until, so the PS3 launched its like backwards compatibility model, like those first ones, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get the PS3 until they launched the non-backwards compatible.
Oh, really? Like the
lower.
Slim?
Well, it's not the slim,
but
it's
the
like
80
right
gig
before the slim,
or the one after the backwards compatible ones. I know what you mean.
Right. Yeah. So they kind of like, it was like right before they released the slim, they released this version of the console.
Yeah.
It was a little bit lower priced. And that's the one that I got. That would have been a few years later. So by that point, I already had the Wii. PS3 was solid, but the Wii I wanted really bad for Super Mario Galaxy. I wanted to play Super Mario Galaxy so bad. And so my wife wanted to get it for me for a Christmas present.
Okay.
But they were impossible to find.
Because Nintendo always does that fucking false shortages,
the fake
right?
Shortage, man, I tell you.
They're so bad for that shit, man.
I didn't get my Wii. Man, it would have been March, April of 2007, probably.
Okay.
So like almost getting close to a year released by the time that I actually got my hands on. And when we did get our
probably
hands
2008, because I think it came out November of 07 is what we...
wasn't it 06? I think it was
07.
06. Oh, now I gotta look it up.
I think it was November.
It was 2006.
Oh, was
November 19th, 2006.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was 07.
Yeah, I remember because it was like one of the, like, I had graduated college and it was one of those things that I wanted to get as like my, I got a new job. I started a new job. I wanted it was that first Christmas that I had. And so that's what I wanted to do. And so anyway, Wii Sports, I wanted to play Wii Sports because everyone was playing Wii Sports.
Yeah.
But I wanted it for Mario Galaxy. And so I finally got my hands on it. Didn't like Mario Galaxy.
That's funny. I've never played Mario Galaxy.
I mean, it was okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It was a fantastic game for what it was. But I immediately learned that I did not like waggle controls. Like immediately. I hated the idea of having to shake the stupid Wiimote every single time you wanted to do something. And
what did you have to use the waggle for Mario
So
Galaxy?
You would like move from a planet to planet and you had to waggle the controller. You had like jumped on guy and then you waggle the controller again. And there was just a lot with like the motion. They did it fine for motion controls not existing, right? Like looking back, not a lot of fun. But in that moment, sure, great,
Yeah.
awesome, right? But yeah, not my cup of tea.
No.
I was hoping for something a little bit more than what it was. So, but still a fun system. I don't know. When did you get your
So
system?
I don't even know when I got mine, but I know the first time I played it was at our friend Chad's house, and he
Red Steel.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I wasn't even gonna bring that up.
Oh really?
But I completely forgot about that.
Playing at his house.
I remember playing Wii Sports was like was what because it came with the thing, right?
Yeah.
And like I just remember like just dominating in the boxing. So first of all, for those of you that don't know, this is the controller that comes with it, and this is where my hatred for Nintendo really began, because they would sell this for like full controller price, and then they would sell this for like 40 bucks. Yeah. And they're like, here, we'll sell you half a controller for the same price as a controller for any other console, and then you can buy the other half for another $40, and then for another $50 you can buy an actual controller. And
the actual controller would have been okay if the cable came out the right end.
Yeah, it plugs into the bottom and into the bottom.
Awful. It's awful.
It's a good controller though. I do like the Wii
it's a good controller, but I hate how the cable comes out the bottom.
Yeah.
I just hate it.
And then what else? Oh, and then they would also charge you like $30 for a piece of plastic that you can put your Wii remote in, so it's like a steering wheel. Like, God, I hate. Oh man.
Oh, the plastic accessories were insane.
Oh, dude, Nintendo was just gouging at this point.
Raking it
False shortages, fucking double cost controllers. They still do the double cost controllers, man. They charge $120 for fucking Switch Joy-Cons. These shittiest, absolute shittiest controllers ever made. Next to like the N64, and they charge you, well, there's 2 controllers in there. No, there's not, you fucking dickheads. Anyways, enough about my hatred for over Nintendo.
Yeah, the accessories were insane. The other thing too, when the Wii released, the original Wii, because Jason got a launch day Wii.
Oh wow,
he was in line. He got one of the ones on launch. The original Wii did not have the rubber bumpers on the outside of the controller.
Oh yeah, I still don't have those.
And if you didn't install the wrist strap, there was people throwing their Wii
through the TV. Yeah. I never installed my wrist straps either.
Don't care. No, so by the time that I got mine, they were packing them in with the rubber cover, the condom.
Oh, okay.
They were packing it in with those.
Was it more comfortable to hold with the rubber thing on?
It gave it a grip, which I liked.
Because
it made the end of it spongy.
This just feels like I'm holding a fucking TV remote. You know what I mean? Like it's an awful controller.
It was a lot more comfy.
This might be a worse controller than the Switch Joy-Cons.
I don't think so. No,
I don't know. I mean, it is. it's not if you hold it like this, it's even less comfortable.
I don't like the Joy-Cons. If we're going into this comparison, the reason why I would give that comparison to the Wiimote is because of the size of the Wiimote. The Joy-Con, I happen to have one literally right beside me here, right? This is not comfy to play.
No, but when you buy 2 of them and put them together.
The price wise, I completely agree with you. But I mean, this is not comfy to play.
But neither is this kind of is, dude. I remember playing some games, and I'd be just fucking sprawled out like this,
100%
playing games. So I guess you kind of got a point there.
It's comfy.
It was it was kind of weird because I was like, you're not supposed to play video games like this, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna.
Yeah, you get into a comfy place, and I typically keep them on my belly like this, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of put like one above the other, and I just kind of
I did that.
And it was always
weird, but it was comfy.
That's how I played a lot of No More Heroes. But the problem, the other thing with No More Heroes is you did have to swipe the Wiimote for attacks.
Right. So, to charge up the thing too, right?
Yeah, so instead of like actually swiping like that, I would just go like this.
So
I hate Waggle.
That brings me back to when I first played the Wii.
Yes.
So yeah, we were at Chad's house doing like Wii bowling, and then there was that trick where if you like got the ball up on that thing, it would just blow up at the end, and you would get a strike every time.
For sure.
But anyways, the boxing was like everyone was like trying to actually box, right?
Yeah.
And I would just go and win every time. I would just go like this, and then they would just get knocked the fuck out, right? Like,
Yeah.
it was the best. And I don't know, it was so much fun. And like now looking back, like nobody's gonna be like, people bought the console to play Wii Sports, but people did. Like it was something completely new at the time.
Anybody who scoffs at Wii Sports never played it. That is the reality of it. Because I got to tell you, Wii Bowling and the tennis were two of the most fun games on
the
Wii.
tennis one was really good. I forgot about that.
It was so much fun. It was
the baseball one always made my arm sore.
Yeah, all the other games I didn't like so much. The golf wasn't as super fun.
The golf was actually decent, but yeah,
it was okay.
Tennis was top tier, man.
Tennis and bowling were hands down.
Yeah, and boxing,
hand over fist.
If you just went like this the whole.
Well, that's why I hated boxing. I hated any of the games that could be cheesed, but bowling and tennis you couldn't.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Bowling and tennis you actually had to play the game the way that it was intended.
Yeah,
and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that.
Tennis, I loved, man.
That same time, I think I was there with you. We were playing Red Steel.
Yeah,
Red Steel was not a fun game.
No, but it was innovative as fuck.
It was innovative, and you had to
because you have the little speaker, and like so we would play. Keep in mind, we've never played like single player story mode of Red Steel, okay? And Red Steel was like a selling, like I don't know if it was a launch game, but it was very close to launch, if not. And it was like a very big like selling point for the Wii, because when the Wii first came out, all it had was like kind of like kiddie games, right? Like Wii Sports and like whatever, like not like adult-ish, teen-ish games, right?
Right.
And Red Steel was like their big kind of like, hey, this is like, you're like a, I don't know, like a killer guy or a bounty hunter guy kind of thing, right? You got to like hunt these dudes. And anyways, we would play multiplayer. We just played multiplayer at our friend Chad's house. And there was a mode where one guy was like the hunter and one guy was to be hunted, right?
Yeah.
And then the other two were just like in the room, and everybody's phone would ring, like everybody's remote controller would ring, like you were getting like a call on your cell phone, and you'd put the speaker right up to the ear, and it would say, "You are the hunter," or "You are the hunted." Or kill this player or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And nobody knew but you, but each individual.
It worked really well.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was cool.
But
I do
the
have
game
the
itself
list of...
wasn't super good.
No, the game wasn't super fun. It was fun that one time we played it, but I don't know if I would play it again after that. I do have the list of launch titles here.
Yeah.
Red Steel was a launch title.
Oh, it was? Okay.
But this is what you've got. You've got Avatar: The Last Airbender, Barnyard, Disney Pixar Cars, DBZ Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
Oh, I think I have that.
Excite Truck, GT Pro Series, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Monster 4x4, Need for Speed Carbon, Nickelodeon Barnyard.
Wow, these are a lot of diarrhea games.
Rayman Raving Rabbids.
Oh yeah, that's when all the Rabbids games came out. And they were like
the Raving Rabbids was a rail shooter, I think.
Oh, was that one a rail shooter?
Red Steel, SpongeBob SquarePants, Creature from the Krusty Krab, Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz.
Monkey Ball games are pretty fun.
Monkey Ball was fun, and that was one
you would have had to have tilted some.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of fun.
The Grim Adventures of Bill and Mandy, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.
That was their big system seller. Yeah.
Trauma Center Second Opinion, which I don't know if you.
That was a good game.
Trauma Center games.
Yeah, I have. I gave that to my mother-in-law actually.
And then Wii Sports.
Yeah.
And then like Wii Sports is the pack-in, right?
A lot of bad games, but there's the odd good one. But that was kind of like the Wii in general. Like the Wii was like the big like shovelware console, hey? Like you had Ninja Bread Men and like all these there was diarrhea titles on the Wii.
There's a lot of awful games.
Yeah.
Japan had a SD Gundam game.
Okay.
SCAD Hammers, it's called.
Oh,
no idea. And then they also had WarioWare Smooth Moves.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Was also released at the time of.
But the Wii was like weird because like they would legitimately just like map an input to this. You know what I mean? This could have been a button press on any other controller, but on the Wii it was like this or this.
we once upon a time did a fishing derby, a video game fishing derby.
Yeah, we would do it like monthly or something like that, right?
And we did a monthly kind of like a challenge. And so Twilight Princess was one of the ones. I picked up a copy of Twilight Princess for the Wii, and I got all the way to where you need to get to for fishing. And I just about quit the fishing challenge 3 times because I said to Dukey, I was like, I can't play this game anymore. Like, these waggle controls are driving me insane. Because you would be Link and you'd walk into a pack of monsters and you'd have to swing this stupid Wiimote around to attack. And what would end up happening is you would attack like not in the right direction.
Yeah.
You would just like attack randomly. Where I was like, oh, if I had a controller, I could actually do this properly. And so yeah, I have a hatred for waggle games.
But the fishing in Twilight Princess is really
Twilight
good.
Princess was great
Because you would like cast like this, and then you would like
you would literally
reel. The fishing was really good.
They did well there. I'm surprised that they didn't. There was fishing games for the Wii, but none of them ever stood out as like, this is an amazing fishing game.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Like, I'm surprised
Twilight
that
Princess probably did the best job.
Like, you think about like that Sega fishing game that they released for the Dreamcast
or whatever,
with the Dreamcast fishing controller. You would think that they would have just released
done something like that on the Wii
and done it well. There was fishing games on the Wii, but I don't think any of them were done like incredibly
how they could have been. Yeah. One thing I do need to say about the Wii was like how it was like so accessible that like everybody would play it. Like my grandma and grandpa would come over and play the Wii, like Wii Sports with me. I remember my grandma, it was like, I think it was like Christmas the one year, and it was like me, my cousin, my grandma, and my mom or something like that. And we were playing we were just Wii bowling like all night. And my grandma kicked like all our asses at Wii bowling. And it was just like, I don't know, is the Wii, because of the motion controls, it lowered the barrier to entry for a lot of games.
For sure. For sure.
And then my grandma, like when my grandma and grandpa, they ended up getting cancer and getting like real sick and stuff. And they used to love like horseback riding and like fishing and stuff like that. And like, dude, Twilight Princess got so much play from like my grandma and grandpa because the just like the horse riding, right? I would like get on the horse and like jump over the things, right, in Zelda. And then we'd like go fishing. We would like, you get on your little canoe, you go fishing. Like we would just... I want to find this picture because I know we took a picture. It was me and my grandpa, and I don't know if my grandma was in the picture as well, but we literally had like our fishing hat on, and like we had like the fishing, we were dressed up like we were going to go fishing.
You're fishing.
And we were playing I brought my Wii to my mom's house, and we were all, spent the whole afternoon fishing in Zelda because they were sick, right? Awesome. They couldn't go like out on a fishing trip. So it was like,
and the fishing was good.
It was
like
really
the
good.
Mini game was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And there were like different lures that would catch different fish, and you got to like treat the lures different to lure in the different fish. But yeah,
I'll say about Zelda games, Zelda has always had fun fishing. Anytime that they've had fishing in the game,
dude, even the freaking
Ocarina of Time was also really good.
Yeah. But even the Game Boy one,
really?
Link's Awakening had like a little fishing mini game, and it's fucking good, man. It's really good. Yeah,
they've always done fishing right, I think.
Absolutely. And then the other thing for barrier to entry wise, my father-in-law is like a big like World War II fan guy, right? And so when he would come down, this was kind of like the one time he came down to visit us, because he lives like 6 hours away, right? So he doesn't come down very often. But he came down, and it was shortly after Call of Duty World at War came out on like PS3. And so I was playing through that, and he was just like watching and just loving it. And I was like, well, it's 2-player. You could play with me. But like boomers can't do like if you didn't grow up
they don't naturally hold a controller.
Well, if you didn't grow up knowing like this is how you walk forward and this is how you turn your camera and this is how you strafe, like it's very hard to pick up. Like it's not natural to them, right? So anyways, I ended up I bought it for myself first to make sure that it wasn't shit, because a lot of games on the Wii,
it's tough.
You would get, and they would be so shitified that like it wasn't worth playing. But anyways, I ended up getting this Wii Call of Duty game, and it was a World War II one, and I don't remember what it was called, but it controlled really well. So you'd walk around like this, And this was basically your right joystick.
Like aiming.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would aim. If you turn this far, like off the screen, he would turn that way, and
So
then
it's almost like a shooter, like an arcade shooter, almost.
yeah, but you're actually moving around too, right? And so I got it. I made sure it worked, and then I gave it to him for Christmas the one year, and then that Christmas, like he just like played. He played through the whole thing because he could actually finally play it, right? And he just loved it. And I think the coolest thing about that game, and like a lot of the games are just like waggle waggle, click click, shoot shoot, right? And like even the light gun games, like they're pretty good. Like the Wii was nice because it brought light gun games back to life, and I love light gun games. That was really good.
Yeah, light gun games were great.
Yeah, like House of the Dead. They came out like the House of the Dead Overkill, which was so good.
Yeah.
But anyways, some of the games would have like these, like every once in a while you'd get like innovative controls for that game. And this Call of Duty game, so all of them for the most part were like, okay, you've got like a machine gun, so you're going like this, or whatever, a pistol, you're going like this. But if you pulled out your rocket launcher, you would actually hold it over your shoulder like this to aim,
no way.
and then you would push the button on top or something like that in order to launch the rocket. And I thought that was so cool because
that's so cool.
Yeah, because it was like if you had a rocket launcher, that's what you would do, right? Like you would have
like I love that idea. That's really cool.
Yeah, so everything was like this, but then you'd get the rocket launcher.
Some of the games did the motion controls very well.
Yeah,
but I really felt towards the end like they just kind of phoned it in. Like, do you remember Wii Music? Do you remember the guy playing the drums?
I never played it, but I remember the video, the guy presentation, and he's like, and then everybody else is like, and it's like, like the sound. It sounded so bad.
Like. I gotta applaud him for like trying something new. Great, but
it looked
like
awful. And even Miyamoto was like he was like, "Oh, what have I done? What have I done?"
I'm so glad that we moved away from the fad gaming, right? Like now that we're like where we're at right now, I think VR is even kind of moving away to. It's not like VR was a fad and it went away, but it went into its own market like cell phone gaming.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
The console gamers aren't like the people who make the consoles aren't trying to ham on the VR on top of everything else, because they were like, you know what, like PS5 for example, if it's $1,400 and it still needs you to buy a $600 VR headset, like you're just not gonna do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I look back at like motion controls, and I'm so happy that motion controls are gone.
Yeah,
right.
They're still here, but they're only here like if you want them to be.
They're like a nice little side thing.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of motion controls that are still kind of here, I played. I got like Doom 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch. And you can have it so that there's slight motion controls, and I actually liked it. So I would have like use my joysticks to aim, like my fucking analog sticks to aim, and then if I needed to move just a smidge over, I could just tilt my controller and it'd move that aiming reticle over a little bit.
No kidding.
And it was so handy, man.
That sounds like it could be. I mean, that's where motion control shines, right? If you're forcing me to waggle the stupid controller just to play the game,
and this is a button, like, nothing but a button,
like
essentially.
Give me an option. Let me turn that on and off then if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
But that's where it hit the dirt for me. But the Wii had a lot of good games.
Yeah, it did.
The Wii had a ton of good games on it. You had like your standards, right? We talked about Wii Sports already.
Yeah.
We talked about Mario Galaxy already. WarioWare, that was a fun one. Like it was really good at games that had mini games.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No problem. How about Xenoblade Chronicles?
Yeah, dude. Xenoblade. It's wild to think Xenoblade Chronicles got its start on the Wii. And even Dragon Quest X, it wasn't released here, and I mean it still isn't, I guess. But I play it on PC now. But it's crazy to think Dragon Quest X, a game that's still around today and it is absolutely phenomenal, started on the Wii. This little guy right here started on the Wii. Did he even see his eyes?
That's hilarious. Did did Dragon Quest 10 use waggle controls when it was on the
God,
Wii?
I don't know how the fuck you controlled that.
Because
You would have
that's what I
had
was
to have
wondering
used the
about
classic
Xenoblade Chronicles.
controller.
I would assume so.
Because there's no way.
And same with Xenoblade Chronicles, right? Like
Xenoblade used Xenoblade used joystick and
so
like
what was the waggle controls for attacking?
You I don't know that you did. You would like select on the thing with the D-pad. Like you know how you have the circles at the bottom to select your shit.
The skills.
And this is to move. So I think you would if I remember correctly, you would D-pad to move to select your attack and then just hit A to confirm.
Right. Yeah. So it wasn't waggle controls.
No,
it just happened to use that. Okay. And because I was trying to think like how you could use waggle.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
They released Punch Out. They brought Punch Out back.
Right. How did that work? I never played that.
That one worked really well. So you could do it just normal. You could just play with the buttons.
Okay.
But you did have the ability to use the
joystick and
joysticks if you wanted to. It never worked as good though.
Yeah, that's
right. Like it always worked better to use the joystick left and right to dodge out of the way.
Yeah.
And then the button to do your to shell, and then to do your punches on your other buttons, right?
Yeah.
The game was a lot of fun, and it was basically a remake of the original Punch Out.
Okay.
So you got to see Glass Joe again, you got to see King Hippo again, right? And they're all upscaled, they're all do
you
upgraded.
have that or no?
I don't, but Jason did. Jason played the crap out of Punch Out. He loved Punch Out, dude. I see the problem is that all these games are like fun games that I played, but to go back and get a copy of it's like $80. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
right.
True.
The price of
especially like first party
stuff.
Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mario Kart Wii was the other one I wanted to talk about. I do have Mario Kart Wii.
Okay.
That was the dawn of the steering wheel.
The plastic
for Mario Kart.
Wheel.
And it worked really well.
Oh, did it?
It actually worked really well, right?
Yeah.
The problem with Mario Kart Wii is you don't get a choice. That's how you control
you can't use a joystick?
No joystick, no nothing in that one. Unless they released an update and changed it. But at the time when I played it, no, it was you use motion controls and that's it.
Yeah, the choice would be nice. I mean, if it worked well, then I guess it's fine. But if it, I don't know. A lot of them
played the crap out of that game though. It was a lot of fun.
I only played it, I think, like one day because my sister-in-law got it or whatever, and so we played it a little bit. But I wasn't a big fan personally. But
no, the only other one that I had on my list was No More Heroes. Right. I really liked No More Heroes.
I think No More Heroes 1 and 2 were on the Wii, weren't they?
They were, but I never played 2.
Oh, okay.
I only played 1. 1 was very, very good, so I can't say anything about 2, but 1 was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a big game. That was Suda 51.
It was a mature rated game.
Yeah.
It had blood in it in a Nintendo game, right? Like it had boobies.
Yeah. Suda 51 makes some. Suda 51 is like the Quentin Tarantino of video games. I feel. Yeah.
No, it was really good.
He's got some good stuff. For me, obviously, like Wii Sports was like the first one, and then I remember I got Mad World. Do you remember that one? It was like this black and white. It was almost like kind of like a Smash TV concept. Like you're on like this game show and you just have to like murder people basically.
Oh, really?
So you could like rip a stop sign, and your guy was like just really strong. You'd like rip a stop sign through the out of the ground and like spear it through a guy's head and throw him into a grinder and stuff like that. And it was just like I don't know, just gore the video game basically. But it was like a cell shaded black and white game, and the only thing that was color was the blood. And it was just like it was kind of a cool.
That sounds cool.
Little concept of a game.
Yeah, it was cool to see the Wii stepping into more mature titles.
Yeah,
because up to that point, like there was no blood on the system.
No,
right?
Yeah.
Super Nintendo, GameCube, like. They kept it clean.
They tried to. Yeah, there's the odd. You'd get the odd one, and then it always stood out. Like I know on the GameCube, you'd have like Killer 7 and stuff like that.
Right.
Which I think again was another Suda 51 game. Killer 7 was a game that I have but never played. And I really need to play is called The Last Story, and it's by Mistwalker. So it's Sakaguchi. It's a turn-based apparently JRPG. Made by Sakaguchi, the guy that did like the Final Fantasy series.
Final Fantasy.
Like that. So I need to play that one, but I haven't yet. Man, I'm trying to think. I should have looked at my games before we started, but
I know they re-released Donkey Kong Country. So there was Donkey Kong Country
no, there was Donkey
Returns.
Kong Country Returns. It was like a sequel to the series. I had that one.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Yeah.
It was hard as fuck though, but I guess they all kind of get that
difficult.
way.
Yeah, Returns came out. There was also Smash Brothers Brawl, I guess.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good. I still like Brawl probably the best because of its story
Brawl was
mode.
fun.
Yeah,
Brawl was a lot of fun.
The story mode
Funny
was
story
really
with
good.
Brawl. We ended up getting an early copy of that, and I remember my buddy Matt came over because Jason got this copy of it. And Matt is into Smash Bros. I'm not a Smash Bros guy. I suck at Smash Bros.
Yeah, same.
I like playing it, but I've never been good at it.
Yeah, same.
Matt loves Smash Bros. And so he was stoked for Smash Bros. Brawl. And Jason ended up getting a copy of it. And I remember Matt came over. We played Smash Brothers Brawl from like 2 o'clock in the afternoon until like 6 a.m. the next morning. Like we just went hard on that. It was so much fun.
Those games are
like,
so much fun, but they're like, you play them for like a weekend and then you just don't touch them forever, right? That's how I always am with those games. Like they're fun to get a group of friends together and just mess around in. Another one though that I loved was Dragon Quest Swords. It was like an arcade light gun shooter, but with swords and stuff like that. And it was really well done. You'd hold like I think the B button or the Z button or something like that for your shield, and then you could find like weak spots on the enemies and like cast spells and level up, get weapon upgrades, and it was really well done. It was like its own standalone story game and stuff like that. And I never beat it when it first came out, and then a couple of years ago I went back and I played it for the stream, and I was like, we're gonna actually beat this time.
We're doing this time.
Yeah, and it was good. It was really well done.
I had the new Super Mario Bros. They had released.
Oh yeah,
because they were doing the 3D platforming,
and they didn't do any 2D for a long time.
No 2D for a long time.
Well, they did the one on the DS, right? The new Super Mario Brothers on the DS, and my wife got that game, and like it's funny because my wife's not like a gamer, but when she gets a game she has to like 100% it. So like, she like beat Super Mario Brothers or new Super Mario Brothers on the DS, and like beat the game, cleared all the levels. And then I'm like, didn't you beat it? Like, how come you're still playing it? She's like, well, I didn't get all the Yoshi coins. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then when you get all the Yoshi coins, it like unlocks other stuff. And it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, you can play another game now. But it's just funny because she never plays video games. But when she does, if she plays a game, she has to like 100% it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Another one for Wii was Okami. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. So that was a PS2 game originally. But
with the Wiimote.
Yeah, it was a PS2 game, but it actually worked way better on the Wii because you could actually draw. You had to use the analog sticks to try and draw the shit on the PS2. I have it on the PS2.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a good game. Like if you like Zelda games, you would love Okami. But I'm not the biggest Zelda guy, so like it's not my favorite game.
It never really appealed to me, but I did watch it played.
Yeah, it's a really well made game.
A couple times, and that one it had a really cool story, like that kind of ancient Japanese lore.
Yeah,
kind of concept to it.
Yeah, you're essentially playing as the god of the sun, right? Like the main Japanese Shinto god and stuff like that. But that was a good one. I'm trying to think now, man. I can't remember like any freaking Wii games for some reason. But I played a lot of Wii back then. Oh, dude, I had NHL 08, and like I actually kind of liked it. Like you would like go up like this, and then because like you know how a lot of the basketball games you like hold the jump button and then you release it at the top of your jump so that your shot.
You mean NBA? You said NHL.
Oh, sorry, NBA 08.
Not hockey.
NBA Live 08.
Not this.
No. Is basketball. Sorry. And like I've always been like a Seattle SuperSonics fan, and that's like the last year where you could play as the SuperSonics because the team got sold to Oklahoma after that.
Right.
And so I remember playing like the whole season as them, and it was nice because like I said, on a lot of basketball games, you would like hold the jump button and you'd release the button at the top of your jump to increase the chance of your shot going in. Got it. But it was kind of nice on the Wii. I would play it like standing up, and you could like you would go up, and then you would just kind of like flick it up to shoot at the top of your jump, and you could do like crossovers and stuff. Like it was actually pretty fun to play.
Cool.
And then that was shortly after that was when they finally did like the NBA Jam. Remember when they brought NBA Jam back, and then they did On Fire edition on like PS3 and stuff like that. And yeah. That was awesome.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
A couple other, so the Wii introduced the Virtual Console,
right?
And that was
awesome.
really cool. I mean, you're rebuying games that were already released back in the day, but the Virtual Console had a sizable library.
And it's honestly embarrassing that the Nintendo Switch Online didn't just carry all those games forward.
They should have, dude, for real.
There's no reason
the amount of money that they charge a person for that service, there's no reason why that's not the case.
Yeah, dude. Because
like, there is a reason.
It's crazy.
Money.
It's crazy because like people look at the Nintendo Switch Online, and if you weren't like around or gaming when the Wii was around, and you think that the Nintendo Switch Online has a lot of games,
look at all these games.
Yeah, dude. The Virtual Console had like thousands of games. It was
many,
so good, and like there were so many games. That's how I kind of got like into like even like the TurboGrafx 16 and stuff like that. Was through
a lot of retro games there because you could buy it for $4.99.
Yeah, you could
play the game.
Yep. You could play like I don't know if you could do Master System, but you could do like Genesis. There was TurboGrafx. There was NES. All kinds of stuff.
N64. I remember
that was the best way to play.
Like
I think N64 games was,
and it was flawless. It worked very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else too with the I've got kind of a site up here. So with the Wii, the Mii's, the creation of an avatar.
Oh yeah,
for yourself,
and that was like your save data too, kind of like you could save the Mii to your Wiimote and then take it to another guy's house. Instead of having memory cards, it would just save in your controller.
Your guy.
Yeah.
It was fresh at that point. There was no avatars for your characters at that point, right?
Yeah.
The Xbox and the PlayStation both used a like profile picture, and the Wii was
the
like
Xbox added afterwards,
and then the Xbox stole the idea and gave you an avatar.
Yeah.
Right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the whole Mii thing was really cool. It was fun to mess around in the studio, like making yourself. Some people would like make themselves.
Yeah, or they make characters.
Or they would make this like awful looking
ugly dude or whatever. Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna peek at my shelf quick because I feel like I'm missing a ton of freaking Wii games that I'm not talking about. So hold the fort down, brother.
Yeah, for sure. I will.
Hold
the other thing
down.
I'll talk about for this moment while Dukey's out of the picture looking at his stuff is that the backwards compatibility on the Wii was nuts because people moved from the GameCube over to the Wii and they were able to basically play anything GameCube. The backwards compatibility was absolutely
dude. You
nuts.
just plug a GameCube controller in and you're good to go.
I had the full set of GameCube controllers ports on top.
Yeah.
You could load your GameCube games into it. It was 100% hardware backwards compatible. You didn't need to buy a GameCube if you had a Wii because you had a GameCube. You just needed the controller.
Yeah, dude. So some more games that I found here that I have. So I've always been like interested in like the Resident Evil series, but I'm terrible at them because they're all full of puzzles and shit like that. But on the Wii, they released like Umbrella Chronicles and like Dark Side Chronicles, and you could play through all the Resident Evil games
shooters, right?
as light gun shooters. Yeah. And that was so awesome. And then another one I played, Kirby's Epic Yarn was on the Wii. That's just like the most chill fucking game of all time.
Just sit back and play. I never liked the Yarn games.
There was like a Yoshi one too, apparently.
There was a Yoshi's Woolly World.
Right, that's what it was. Yeah.
They never really appealed to me, but like I get it. I understand the concept with it just being a chill game too.
Oh yeah, so another series kind of ish of games I wanted to mention was kind of like, so after the Dreamcast failed, Sonic kind of went Sega kind of went to like the GameCube, and like all of a sudden like Sonic Adventure was on GameCube and Sonic Adventure 2 was on GameCube, and then you'd get them showing up on the PS2, like you'd get Sonic Heroes on the PS2 and stuff like that, Shadow the Hedgehog on the PS2. And then when the Wii came out, they came out with, it was called Sonic and the Secret Rings. So, so they had that Sonic 06 on the fucking PS3, which fucking Xbox, bombed, right?
I heard it was awful.
Yeah. And the reason it bombed not the only reason, but one of the reasons it bombed is because they wanted to make they split the team in half to make another Sonic game at the same time, and this other Sonic game was Sonic and the Secret Rings, and it is like the most basic bitch game ever. You control Sonic like he's a fucking car. So you tilt your stick forward to make him run, backwards to slow him down, and side to side to steer Sonic. And in order to like jump or like do like the spin dash attack, you would just go like this. It was awful, dude. I remembered really like I beat it. Like I remember loving it when it first came out because I was like, oh, a new Sonic game. But I haven't played it since. I can guarantee you that game is dog shit.
I just listening to it, I can put those pieces together pretty quickly.
But then they came out with, and this is actually the first game I streamed on Twitch. Okay. And it was Sonic Colors, and that game's actually a pretty damn good game. And it's
no kidding.
It's kind of like the first good Sonic game since like Sonic Adventure, and I just remember loving the hell out of it. And it was kind of like back to the old like Sonic Adventure style game, but you're like selecting your levels, and I don't know, it just felt like what a 3D Sonic game should feel like, right? And it was nice to finally get a non-shit Sonic game. That's gotta be a good feeling. Yeah, because there was so many like bad ones in between, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the Sonic and the Secret Rings, the whole story was like Sonic gets sucked into like the story of like the Arabian Nights. And like you're like fighting genies and shit, and like it was awful. All the cutscenes were like literally still images, and then the page would flip, and it was like another picture, and like it was just terrible.
Oh man!
And I was so hyped for this game, and the music was so good though, because the music's so good in every Sonic game. It's like Make Believe Reborn, and it was just like it was so good. But the game itself was dog shit,
just awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Never split the team. That is a rule.
No doubt.
Never split the team. The last thing I have about the Wii, I don't have anything else after this, but the Wii Shop song.
Dude, that song's always in my head. Yeah, dude. Forever.
Just a masterpiece. That is a masterpiece. I'm sad that they did not continue that song through the future systems. I want the ability in the Switch to turn that shop music on.
Even turn it on. Yeah, like in the store, right? Like have an option to toggle it off or on.
Give me an option to turn the song on. Yeah. I think that's so cool. It made me want to spend more time in the shop.
Yeah,
like I wanted to open up the shop more just to put the music on. Dude, it was so good.
Remember when you would like download a game and Mario would like hit the blocks to like to download?
Cool. There was a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah, a lot of good ideas and stuff. Some of it was just like executed badly, but every once in a while it was executed really well.
It can't all be awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, massive success for Nintendo. I would go so far to say it's probably one of, if not the best selling system they've ever had.
I would say the Switch has got to be the best now.
I don't know.
But like I think the DS, like if you're including handhelds, probably the DS.
Sure.
Would probably be number one, I think, because like everyone, I think I have had like 4 DSs because I had one and my wife had one, and then I bought a DSi,
right?
And then I guess I got like a 3DS after, but I got 2 3DSs too.
I mean, the thing about this. Yeah, you're right. The Switch did outsell the Wii.
Yeah.
The Wii sold 101.6 million units as of September 30th, 2019. The Nintendo Switch has sold 143.4 million as of June 30th, 2024. The Switch is fantastic.
It is.
But I mean, like, in comparison, so the Wii absolutely won the console race
that year
between the 360 and the PS3 and the Wii. And it was a low price too.
It was
like $250 or something like that. Compared to the other systems, like $500 or something.
And that was kind of the beginning, though, of where the Nintendo console was always like as strong as or weaker than the previous generation. Like the Wii was like maybe as good as a PS2 graphically wise.
Oh right? The Wii was a generation behind in graphics compared to, but they didn't want to be 1080p
exactly
quality graphics. They wanted a fun game, right? And so hey, as long as the game runs fine, the graphic quality has literally never mattered to me, unless it becomes a detriment to playing the game. Right?
Exactly.
If the game's like when Pokemon was choppy and like freezing up and it wasn't loading, like that's where the graphics
right with like some of the
tune the graphics
ones
down. I am shocked, dude, since I just kind of railroaded us here, I am shocked that Pokemon hasn't leaned into 2D HD at this point.
Yeah, no doubt. Exactly.
That, like, I don't get how that's not their bread and butter.
Like, to me, Pokemon, a 2D HD 2D MMO, Pokemon MMO, people would devour.
It would be
that
insane.
shit.
It would be insane.
It would print money.
At this point, I just have to accept the fact that they're choosing not to do it. It's not that they haven't thought of it. It's that they likely thought of it and went, nah, we're doing better off releasing what we're releasing.
Yeah, could be. Yeah,
unreal. But anyway,
yeah, the Wii was a hell of a console. It's
fantastic system.
Revolutionized kind of the way gaming was. I think the prototype name was the Nintendo Revolution.
You are 100% correct. That is exactly what the code
I love like console prototypes. Like the N64, I believe was called the Dolphin or the Ultra 64 or something like that. The
Dolphin was the GameCube, I think.
Ah, right. Dolphin was the GameCube. Ultra 64 was the N64. And then I don't know any other prototype ones, but I just remember like the Nintendo ones.
I mean, I can tell you.
What was the Switch?
The GameCube was codenamed Dolphin.
The Switch started with an N. I can't remember what the hell it was called.
The Wii U.
Oh man, talk about a failure. Terrible. Did we skip the Wii U?
No, the Wii U would have been the next set.
Did we do? Oh right.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we even do an episode on the Wii U? It had like what?
We have to mention it, but yeah, I owned a Wii U.
Right.
I wish it didn't. The Wii U. So you know what's funny about the Wii U, since we're talking about it?
Yeah.
The Wii U, I was going to boycott Nintendo after that. The Switch came out and I was like, nah, no thanks. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting me again.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got me with the Wii U, you're not getting me again.
Yeah.
The Wii U's code name was
you ain't gonna
the code name for Wii U was Project Cafe.
That is a terrible fucking name.
I mean, it just the writing was on the wall from the beginning. The Nintendo Switch's code name, I don't see a code name. Maybe they dumped the code name after this.
Oh, I thought it started with an N. I can't remember what the hell it was called.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about a code name.
And I don't think like the PlayStation systems ever really had a code name. Xbox can't even come up with real names, so they probably didn't have code names.
Dude, I cannot follow the freaking
Xbox is gone as far as
I gave up on Xbox. Xbox had it. They had it so good with the 360, and then
they
after
should have called it like the 1080 or the 720. I think everybody thought it was going to be 720.
You know what? They should have just dropped it at that point and went to Xbox 3, and just
I wouldn't mind
follow
if they would have kept with the degrees thing. Like,
well, but at a certain point, you're
the
going
720,
to fall apart,
the 900, and then the 1080.
Yeah.
At least it's something you can follow, you know, and it's a unique naming that you can actually follow consecutively.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. It's just kind of like,
Like Xbox One is the worst of all the names.
Xbox One X, dude, the newest one is hands down the worst. Calling it Xbox One, whatever, fine.
Why would they call it that though, dude? It's not the first one.
So I can tell you what they said. The reason why it was Xbox One was because the concept was you would plug everything into it to make it a one-piece system. Your TV would go into your Xbox, your stereo would go into your Xbox, you would run everything out of your Xbox. It would become the center hub of your home.
Yeah, but you can fucking do that on all the consoles. Like
no, you couldn't. PlayStation didn't allow that. It had an HDMI out and an HDMI in. So you could plug your cable into the Xbox and route your cable through
that's
it.
Weird.
So you play a game, you're done playing your game, you turn on your TV, and you do it all through your Xbox.
That was that E3 where they're like, you can watch TV, watch TV on your Xbox, TV.
And that's what they were going for. The concept was it's the centerpiece of your home media system. Stupid idea.
Yeah.
That's not why you're buying the damn thing. You want to have a media system, you buy a media system.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So I'm scrolling down the Xbox, dude. It's so stupid. So do
they have Codenames?
They do. They all had Codenames up to a certain point, and then I think they just stopped with the Codenames, right?
What were the Xbox Codenames though?
Blah 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 blah.
Because the regular names are awful, so I can't like.
So okay, no, sorry. Before we get to the Codenames, here's the regular names. Okay, so started out as Xbox.
Yeah, that's fine. It's good.
Then it went to the Xbox 360,
which is good.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Then it went to Xbox One.
Terrible.
Don't love it.
Garbage.
Don't love it, but it's not confusing. At least
it's confusing. Right? Don't. I'm already confused.
It's not confusing, but here's where.
Are you gonna play it? Are you playing the Xbox 360 or the original? Which one's the original? Well, Xbox One.
Yeah. No, I get it, but I would say at this point it's not so confusing because it's about to get really bad. Okay.
Yeah.
So from the Xbox One, the midpoint, you know how PS
Pro, the PS4
Pro.
Yeah.
So the equivalent to the PS4 Pro in this case is the Xbox One S and the Xbox One X. The S being software only, the X having a disk drive. That's kind of was the thing.
Okay.
Right. And I don't know for sure, but the concept was one was digital, one was drive. That was basically what it was. Slim, tiny, and the X being the powerhouse.
Yeah.
That was the concept. Okay. Then the next series, the PS5 equivalent, is the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series X.
Why series? What does that even fucking mean?
Why are they still using S and X?
Yeah.
Because you had Xbox One S, that was the PS4, and now you have the Xbox Series X, which is the PS5.
Yeah. And why series? Like, series is the dumbest name for anything.
It's just so dumb. It was so dumb. Whoever came up with this naming convention, stupid.
Like, imagine if they came out with like a new Star Trek series, and instead of it being called Star Trek: The Next Generation, it was called Star Trek Series. Like, what the fuck?
The series, whatever. But why reuse S and X? Why not pick two new letters at this point?
Yeah.
Because then you have some poor grandma who goes in and buys a game for her kid and buys an Xbox One S version of the game.
Yeah.
When they needed the Series S version of the game.
It just makes it even more confusing.
It is just way too confusing. So stupid.
For the longest time, I thought the Xbox One was the newest and the Series was older. But they're just it's just awful.
It's just dumb. The Xbox 360 code name.
Do you think Xbox is done after this generation?
I personally think so. A lot of people are telling me no, but they're getting absolutely trampled. People are moving away from consoles, man. I am convinced that the Xbox is not going to have a system. They're going to go to a service
like Game Pass,
and you will pay for Game Pass, but they will allow you to have Game Pass on your PlayStation. And that will be the beginning of the end of game consoles as we know it, because you won't pay for a system anymore. You'll just buy a service and then you just need a box to play it on, whether it be a PC or a PlayStation or whatever game.
Like the Ouya.
Dude, for real. That's what it'll be. It'll just be some system that you sign up for subscriptions and you play your game on this nondescript system.
I hope not. Like, that's why I hope like PlayStation stays in there all the time. And I honestly, as much as I don't like Xbox and like shit on Xbox and stuff, I honestly do hope Xbox stays around, because as much as I'm more of a PlayStation guy, you can't just have one powerhouse console. Like, the Nintendo's always going to be around, but it's not like the cutting edge of technology, and like, you know what I mean? And you need that competition, otherwise PlayStation could just do whatever the fuck they want, right?
For sure.
Yeah. And you just gotta like it and pay $50,000.
I don't see anything in my quick searching for code names for Xbox, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
if you guys find the code names, slap them to us in comments.
Yeah.
Throw the code names.
Dude, in the comments, talk about all like console code names, because that's the cool shit.
Yeah, I want to hear your favorite of the code names, and tell us about the Wii. Tell us your favorite Wii
games. Your opening Wii, like the first time you played the Wii, your experience with the Wii, why you got a Wii.
The Wii for me was synonymous with like couch co-op, like playing with friends.
Yeah. Remember that shitty really fucking Mario and Sonic at the Olympics? You came to my house and we played that?
It was okay.
It
was all right for what it was, but it was just this. It was just a lot of this.
Yeah, it was. And same with like all the Mario parties that were on the Wii. It was just like,
a lot of waggling.
There's like a lasso one. Waggling. Dude, one thing that was kind of cool but kind of lame with the Dragon Quest swords was, as you were like fighting and doing really well in it, you would have like special moves and your special bar would charge up, and then you'd like select your special move, and different special moves would require you to do different things. So like the first one was like thrust your sword into the air and then slice down, and then one was like you would have to like draw like a figure 8 on the screen as fast as like as many as you could, and then thrust it up and come down, and one was like you'd like wave it around, and it was just kind of nice because the camera would aim up to the sky and like lightning would be like going into your sword while you're doing this and stuff, and it was just kind of cool how they did it that way. But
there was a lot of cool with motion controls were new enough then that it didn't feel awful.
Yeah.
But looking back at it now, like if you go back and play a lot of those Wii games, they get old real fast.
Yeah, they're not well made.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the Wii. That was console code names. I remember like even the there was like some weird Sega in between consoles that never got released. Like there was like the Sega, I want to say like Neptune and stuff that never came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like I think it was supposed to be the Hacko actually sent me like the documents for it and everything the one night, but it was supposed to be like the 32X standalone was like the Neptune, I believe, but and then they had like one that was like could play Saturn and 32X games or something like that. Yeah, there was like a bunch of like in between little console ideas that just got scrapped.
That's so cool.
But I don't know, I'm fascinated by that stuff. Thanks for listening and or watching. I am Dukey03.
I'm DG Online. Make sure you tune into we streamed regularly during the week.
Yeah.
You can find us on Twitch and on YouTube from at those names.
This guy's got a podcast about board games now with our buddy Finney.
Tabletop RPGs. Yeah, you bet. So if you're into games like Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Merkborg, Traveler, other tabletop RPGs, if you like listening to Finney's sexy, sultry voice, check us out. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on YouTube. Search Masters of Pen and Paper, and you'll find us there. All of this is available in the Discord.
Yeah,
that's your best way to get in touch with us about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So make sure you join the Discord and come talk to us there.
All right, guys, have a good one. Thanks for listening and or watching, and we'll catch you next time.
We'll see you next time. So long.